What if I told you Microsoft is building an Xbox so different that it could make the entire console war irrelevant, not because it's more powerful, not because it has better graphics, but because it could completely change what an Xbox even is? And that's exactly why the rumored Xbox Series X25 has the gaming industry paying attention. Because while everyone is arguing about teraflops, frame rates, and which plastic box deserves to sit under your TV, Microsoft may be playing an entirely different game. A game worth hundreds of billions of dollars. A game that could put Xbox on your TV, your phone, your laptop, your tablet, and maybe one day make the console itself optional. Sounds crazy. 5 years ago, so did streaming movies instead of buying DVDs. Today that's normal. And if these rumors are accurate, Microsoft's next move could be just as disruptive. So the real question isn't whether you'll buy the Xbox Series X25, the real question is whether Microsoft is quietly building the future of gaming itself. Microsoft has a problem. Despite building some of the most powerful consoles ever made, Xbox continues to trail PlayStation in global console sales. Now most companies would look at that situation and think, let's build an even better console. Microsoft appears to be thinking something completely different. What if winning the console war isn't actually the goal anymore? What if the goal is making the console war irrelevant? Because when you look at Microsoft's recent moves, Game Pass, cloud gaming, AI investments, and massive studio acquisitions, they all point toward one thing. Xbox is no longer just a console business, it's becoming an ecosystem. And ecosystems are much harder to compete against than hardware. But here's where things start getting really interesting. Because building an ecosystem only works if people actually want to stay inside it. And Microsoft may have found the perfect way to make that happen. Game Pass has quietly become one of the most important products in gaming. For a monthly subscription, players gain access to hundreds of games without paying full price for each title. Think about that for a second. For decades, gaming was built around buying individual games. Now Microsoft wants gaming to work more like Netflix. The more content they add, the more valuable the service becomes. The more valuable the service becomes, the harder it is to leave. If subscriptions are the engine, cloud gaming could be the turbocharger. Because Microsoft's biggest advantage isn't sitting inside an Xbox. It's sitting inside data centers around the world. Imagine starting a game on your console, continuing on your laptop, checking in on your phone, and finishing later on your TV. Same save, same progress, no downloads, no transfers, no drama. Suddenly the Xbox isn't just a box anymore, it's everywhere. But if cloud gaming expands where we play, AI could completely change how we play. And this is where things get genuinely exciting. Artificial intelligence is already transforming industries across the world. Gaming may be next. Imagine NPCs that remember previous conversations, enemies that adapt to your playstyle, open worlds that evolve based on your decisions, quests that feel unique instead of recycled. Instead of interacting with scripted characters repeating the same lines for the 100th time, players could experience worlds that feel alive. And if Microsoft integrates AI deeply into the Xbox ecosystem, the difference could be enormous, not just for players, but for developers too, because AI doesn't just make games smarter, it can make development faster. And in an industry where budgets can reach hundreds of millions of dollars, that's a very big deal. There's another rumor surrounding the Xbox Series X25 that deserves attention. The possibility that physical discs become even less important. Now let's be honest, gamers have strong opinions about physical media. Some people love digital libraries, others treat their game collections like priceless museum artifacts, but the industry trend is impossible to ignore. Music went digital, movies went digital, software went digital. Gaming is moving in the same direction. And whether players like it or not, Microsoft seems determined to accelerate that shift. Here's the twist nobody talks about enough. The Xbox Series X25 might not be competing against PlayStation at all. Because Microsoft isn't just fighting Sony anymore, it's competing with gaming PCs, mobile gaming, cloud platforms, and entertainment itself. Once you understand that strategy, everything starts making sense. Game Pass makes sense, cloud gaming makes sense, AI integration makes sense, the rumored Xbox Series X25 makes sense, because viewed individually they're features, viewed together they're a strategy. A strategy designed to transform Xbox from a console brand into a gaming platform that exists everywhere. When people ask whether the Xbox Series X25 will have better graphics, they might actually be asking the wrong question. The bigger question is this: what happens when gaming becomes a service instead of a device? Because that's the future Microsoft appears to be building. A future powered by AI, a future connected through the cloud. A future where your games follow you everywhere. And if Microsoft gets it right, the Xbox Series X25 won't just be another console launch. It could become one of the most important turning points in gaming history. Now here's what I want to know. If Microsoft launched the Xbox Series X25 tomorrow, would you buy it? Comment buying if you'd grab one on day one, or comment pass if you think Microsoft is heading in the wrong direction. I'm genuinely curious to see where everyone stands. If you love content about tech, AI, gaming, billion-dollar companies, and the innovations shaping our future, hit subscribe to Finance and Tech. Because the future isn't waiting, and neither are we.